Okay, everybody, I'm back with part 2, and hopefully I can get this done. This is my second time doing this one because I ran over, so it looks like it's going to be 3 parts. So let me get started real quick. I stopped at a booth and picked up this Bead Mail book, and the author actually was there at the bead show, so she was kind enough to autograph my book. The author is Cindy Thomas. I know I'm not pronouncing her last name correctly. I think it's Pankoff or Pankope. I'm not quite sure, but I will put her the name at the end of the videos. So this is using chain mail as well, or metal rings or jump rings with beadwork. So I've only done a couple of bracelets with chain mail itself, but this is actually incorporating beadwork as well. So I can't wait to get started with that. So, and she signed that for me. And while I was there, she also had some kits. So I picked up 2 kits. One of them is not actually using chain or jump rings, but it's actually beadwork. So it came with the pattern and then the beads themselves. And of course I grabbed the purple kit, and the instructions look really detailed and complete, so that'll be nice to work on that. And then also I did pick up a kit that is called Cherry Blossom Bracelet, and it actually has all the parts that you need to make the bracelet included in the kit, and the actual pattern is in this book. So I'm not sure if the pattern is also included with the kit, which I'm sure it is, but I like the fact that I have the book as well to help me. So I got that from that booth, and then I moved on to another booth, and at this booth they had their seed beads, 10 grams in a pack. They were marked half off. And this vendor was called Jolly Molly Beads. And so I got this inside red color. So it's red in the inside and looks like clear on the outside. I grabbed 2 of the transparent rainbow yellow. And then I grabbed 2 of the opaque rainbow white. So it's white and it looks like it's got other little colors going through there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but it looks kind of like a rainbow effect. And then I grabbed some crystal AB. And then I grabbed these 2. They're size 8, and they actually were only 3.8 grams, but they were 50 cents, and it was half off of that. And the color looks like a rose color. And then I grabbed some twisted bugle beads that they also had that were 8 grams, half off for those. And then I picked up some jump rings because I found out that they make their own jump rings. And since I bought that Bead Mail book, I figured I was going to need some jump rings. And so I got 100 in a pack of the 4mm 20 gauge. Guess what color? Of course, purple. And then I grabbed the 13mm 18 gauge. You guessed it, purple. And then I grabbed the 13mm 18 gauge dark blue, not purple. And then some 4mm 20 gauge silver plated, and there's 100 in a pack. And then she had these double loop earring findings, and the way she had them was she had a dangly loop at the bottom with a Swarovski crystal, and then the ear wire at the top. So I'm going to try and do the same thing with some of the crystals that I got. And I only got 1 pack of these. I wanted a pair in silver, but she didn't have any. So she did tell me I could check her website, and I should be able to get them on the website. So that came from Jolly Molly Beads. So we'll move on. So I also stopped at another booth that had some jump rings, and that booth was called Blue Buddha Boutique, and they sell the jump rings by themselves, so that, you know, if you have a jump ring pattern, then all you really need is just to get the jump rings, and you can use your pattern with that. So I have a 4.8 millimeter 18 gauge in black, and then 4 millimeter 18 gauge in a turquoise with silver. I'm not quite sure. This looks like a dark rose. It's not purple. And it is 4.8 at 18 gauge. And then I have these turquoise and purple 4 millimeter at 20 gauge. And then she had a kit, and it's called the Dragon Scale, and it makes a chainmail bracelet like this. And I actually have, there's a DVD that shows you how to do this bracelet, and I actually bought the DVD last year, but I hadn't bought any jump rings yet, so I was glad to get the kit, and now I can go ahead and use the jump rings to make that Dragon Scale bracelet. And actually that DVD is a really, if you're in the chainmail, it's a really good DVD. They go step by step how to connect the jump rings to get the effect that you're looking for. I've made about 5 or 6 bracelets using that DVD. So, and then the other thing I grabbed was these. They're called small scale. They kind of look like this. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these. I think I'm going to use them for charms, but I'm also thinking that I'm going to string these and make a necklace with it. I'll probably put some jump rings in there and then attach a chain to it to make a bracelet. So I got these. They were 25 in a pack, and they are actually aluminum. So that's what came from Blue Buddha Boutique. So now let's move on, because I got lots more. Okay, my next vendor was called the Chain Gallery, and you guessed it, they sell lots of chain, but I really didn't buy that much chain from them. I got this one package. I got about 12 feet, so I'm going to use that with my tags, or actually on my mini albums. And then I grabbed this one. It's only a foot. They only sold it by the foot, so I didn't want to get that much because I wasn't going to be using it except for putting on the mini albums. And then they have these things called loop locks, and these are used for if you have to wear those ID bracelets, or you need to attach your keys and they loop on to anything. These are brand new, and she had some jewelry actually attached to this, which I thought was kind of cute. So I got one in the silver, the brass, the aluminum, and then a black one. So that's what came from the Chain Gallery. Okay, and then I just stopped real quick at this one booth and picked up, it's called Chelsea Beads, and I picked up this chain because it made me think of what you would make using chain, it's chainmail, but you would be using jump rings, and it's called the Byzantine chain, and I've actually made a bracelet like this. So I just grabbed this because I like the color, and I thought I could make a bracelet with it. So I'm going to stop now and move on to part 3. Thanks.